What if the fears you carry aren't even yours? What if the way you speak, react, and avoid was coded into you generations ago? This strawberry full moon isn't here to sweeten your life. It's here to expose what's been silently passed down. Hidden beliefs wrapped in love, but forged in control. You're not just breaking patterns, you're awakening ancestral truths they couldn't speak. And soon, a family member will say something that changes everything. Listen closely. The secrets woven into your ancestral line are stirring, ready to surface, and the first whispers of change are already here. You might think you're walking your own path, but have you considered that you're simply following footsteps laid down generations ago? What if your deepest fears, your manner of speaking, your instinctive reactions, and your careful avoidances aren't truly yours? Here's a truth that might shake you. Not everything handed down through time was meant to be preserved. Some traditions are spiritual prisons dressed in ceremonial robes. This approaching strawberry full moon isn't just another celestial event. It's a catalyst for awakening, designed to shake your foundations and illuminate which inherited beliefs have been secretly guiding your journey. Those family sayings you grew up hearing. While some held genuine wisdom, others may have unconsciously limited your potential. Not every piece of ancestral guidance was harmful, but not all of it serves the person you're becoming. There's a transformation underway. The ancestral energy field is experiencing turbulence, and some deeply rooted patterns won't release unless you make the conscious choice to sever them. This moon is offering you the tools for that liberation. If you've recently found yourself questioning long-held family beliefs, share your thoughts in the comments below. To align with this ancestral breakthrough, include 555 with your response if this message speaks to you. Stay alert, because in the near future, a family member will make a statement that validates everything you've been sensing. I'll reveal the mechanics behind this phenomenon and how to recognize it, so keep following. But here's what most fail to realize. The inherited sweetness in your life might be masking something far more complex, and it's about to emerge into the light. The strawberry full moon isn't about nourishment. It's about discernment. While tradition speaks of this moon as a time of sweetness, abundance, and divine gifts, sweetness can be deceptive, because whatever reaches maturity also reveals what's been hidden beneath. This isn't merely about receiving blessings. It's about releasing what was never meant for you to carry. June 11th challenges you to examine your heritage critically. Which aspects of your inheritance truly nurture you, and which are toxins wrapped in familiar packaging? It's tempting to cling to traditional practices simply because they're known. But consider, did these customs genuinely serve your growth, or did they simply reward your compliance? This moon demands authenticity, not sugarcoating. It asks which beliefs you consciously chose and which were planted without your awareness. Because this isn't simply a moon of harvest, it's a moon of revelation. It's not calling for celebration, but for separation. It's not about rebellion, but recognition. Something unusual is occurring now. You're not experiencing anger or triggering. Instead, certain family patterns, discussions, and ritualistic behaviors suddenly feel foreign, as if they belong to someone else's story. Perhaps it's someone's habitual tone that once went unnoticed, but now rings hollow or manipulative. Or maybe it's your body's instinctive response to certain family dynamics, tensing before your conscious mind registers discomfort. This isn't about dramatic confrontations or rebellion. It's about energetic misalignment. What you once accepted without question now vibrates at a frequency that feels discordant, and your soul is becoming aware. You're not rejecting your family. You're releasing the version of yourself that maintained harmony at the cost of authenticity. That adaptation was necessary for survival, but it can't accompany you on your next phase of growth. Tradition becomes a constraint when it's accepted without question. What's unfolding during this strawberry full moon isn't just an emotional phase. It's preparation for a new energetic paradigm. The inherited patterns, phrases, and regulations that once formed your spiritual framework are becoming too restrictive for your expanding consciousness. It's not exhaustion or overwhelm you're feeling. It's awakening within a pattern you were never meant to perpetuate. Even more intriguing is that while you're quietly disentangling yourself, someone in your family circle has begun displaying unusual behavior. Your awakening might be triggering something within them. Recently, you may have noticed changes in a particular family member, not dramatic ones, but subtle shifts. They might have become unusually withdrawn, made unexpected choices, seemed distracted during conversations, spoken with hidden meanings, or over-explained their actions, defending family dynamics without provocation. This isn't simply a temporary mood. You're not imagining things. You're witnessing energetic disruption. Your transformation, your silent internal revolution, is sending ripples through the ancestral field, and even without conscious awareness, they're responding to the shift. As your frequency changes, their carefully maintained facades begin to crack. You're observing the friction created when stagnant energy encounters movement. Some family members have maintained their positions in denial for generations. Your growth creates discomfort not because you're wrong, but because you're doing what they couldn't attempt. Your role isn't to heal them, but to observe, because their reactions now will reveal the unspoken rules you were expected to follow. Soon, one of them may make a statement so precisely timed, so specifically relevant, that it confirms all your intuitive knowing. But before we explore that further, there's another aspect of this moon's influence to understand: the unnamed relative, the family member mentioned with that particular tone. Not angry, not loving, just that peculiar blend of discomfort and distance. Maybe an aunt, a grandparent, a cousin, someone who moved differently through life, thought differently, someone who somehow didn't quite fit the family mold. While the family narrative moved forward, editing their story out of holiday gatherings, you've maintained an unconscious connection to their energy. This full moon doesn't just break patterns, it awakens dormant resonances. If you've been experiencing an unexplainable connection to a particular relative's memory, story, or energy signature, that's not nostalgia. That's recognition. You might be embodying the path of someone who never completed their journey, someone who saw through the illusions too soon, someone who attempted to rewrite the family story but was marginalized. Some ancestors don't transmit their wounds. They pass down their unfinished stories. And now you're continuing their narrative. You're the blank page waiting to be filled. You're feeling their struggle not from brokenness, but because the energetic connection never truly severed, it just went dormant. Perhaps they changed their identity, relocated far away, disappeared without explanation, or remained but diminished year by year. But now their path is intersecting with yours in unexpected ways. This is the unspoken spiritual inheritance, not material possessions or family recipes, but patterns, frequencies, attempts, escapes. The misunderstood ones didn't vanish. They'd waited for someone like you. And as you awaken, their energy grows stronger. This full moon is amplifying soul frequencies like a cosmic transmitter, and the message is unmistakable. They progressed as far as their circumstances allowed. Now you're carrying the torch forward. Truth doesn't always arrive in prophetic declarations. Sometimes it emerges in casual moments. Remember the mentioned family member who'll speak a confirming truth. Here's how that unfolds. It won't be a dramatic confrontation, not a midnight confession or tearful family revelation. It'll be something casual, unplanned. A comment during an ordinary moment. A random statement from an unexpected source, but it resonates deeply. They might reference something you've dreamed about, mention a historical family event that mirrors your current internal process, or use a phrase you've never heard before that strikes a chord of recognition within you. This moon doesn't whisper, it orchestrates. Spiritual confirmations often appear mundane in the moment. They feel coincidental, like accidentally overhearing your destiny. But intuitively, you'll recognize that one comment, that strange joke, or that weighted silence as a message, not from them, but through them. The universe speaks through available channels when you're ready to receive truth. And here's the unsettling part. They likely won't remember making the statement. because it wasn't truly them speaking. It was the aligned energy, the moon's influence, drawing the words through them like cosmic threads. In that moment, you'll know your intuition was accurate. You weren't overthinking. Everything was connected, and the story you've been quietly rewriting just received its missing piece. But be prepared. What follows that moment is equally significant, because once the message manifests, the energetic climate shifts. Not all tears flow from pain. Some emerge when your soul recognizes a truth too vast for words. Here's what few anticipate from this full moon. Emotional release doesn't occur during conflict. It surfaces during celebration. It doesn't emerge in tense silence, but breaks through during laughter. That's the unique magic of this strawberry full moon. It doesn't just trigger memories, it creates contrast. You'll be surrounded by loved ones, feeling genuinely happy, perhaps even blessed. When the wave hits, a familiar laugh suddenly highlights all the times love came with conditions. A parent's sincere compliment reminds you of the authentic parts of yourself you sacrificed to earn such approval. This moon plants its revelations in joy, not sorrow, making the impact more profound. Because you're not grieving the past, you're seeing it clearly, how affection was conditional, measured, withheld, and wrapped in obligation. Some family legacies aren't physical, they're emotional templates, taught rather than treasured. So when overwhelming emotions arise in supposedly joyful moments, don't dismiss them. Don't label yourself oversensitive. That emotional sting is the echo of unspoken truths finally finding voice. This moon isn't destroying your joy, it's purifying it, ensuring that when you experience love, it's authentic, not programmed. Ensuring that when someone gives, it's genuine, not transactional. Then you choose which patterns continue and which end with you. You might find yourself thinking, things didn't have to be this way. Or perhaps that wasn't really love, it was conditioned loyalty. But here's the transformative truth. Recognizing the decay within sweetness doesn't spoil the experience. It teaches you to cultivate your own, pure and authentically yours. Just because something supported you doesn't mean it served your highest good. If you're still engaged with this content, I want to express gratitude for your attention. If you found value here and want to explore more, please consider subscribing. Your support means everything. Share your experiences or insights in the comments section below. Until we meet again, take care and subscribe for more transformative content.